Fearless Disease.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thank you for joining the Fearless Disease. And today we got another interesting one. The USDA is threatening to yank SNAP benefits from blue states unless they cough up immigrants' data. Turning food stamps into deportation bait overnight. This is a funny one. Not funny in the situation that they're taking away, of course, food from people, but just how they're handling it and how they're putting these stipulations on certain food stamps and how certain blue states do not want to listen to the current president or the administration. Is interesting. Let's go into this news segment.
The Trump administration says it will move forward with its plan to withhold SNAP benefits from states led by Democrats unless those states start providing information on the recipients, including immigration status. NBC4 Station live on a newsroom and said this is the latest now development in the fight over benefits, huh?
That's right, Michael. In October, a federal judge ruled that the administration could not deny SNAP benefits to states that did not provide that information on recipients. But today, the agricultural secretary said the government is going to do it anyway because of the problem of fraud.
Which makes sense. This is becoming one of the stupidest things that I'm hearing. Even a person with a high school education level can understand, if I'm going to give you money, I need to see who's going to be able to obtain that money. So when you hear certain blue states that don't want to give out data on their SNAP benefits, correct? So what they're claiming is none of the president's business, none of the federal's business what states do with their money when they receive benefits from the federal government. So this is basically saying, I'm going to give you some money. Now, for you to get this money, I need to be able to, as our contractor, I need to see who's able to obtain this money, because this certain amount of money is for American citizens that are, of course, going through a hard time. I'm going to make sure that those people that are receiving the money are the correct ones. So, we don't give you too much, and we don't want to be able to go against our parameters and our guidelines, because we want to make sure the people that get it actually deserve it. They put in time, they paid our taxes, and they're, of course, overall United States citizens. So what the blue states are saying, so basically you're saying to them, I don't owe you anything. I don't have to tell you anything. Just give me the money, and I'll be able to give it to who I want to give it to. And just believe me that we're giving it to American citizens. Let me know in the comments, does that make sense to you? So Trump is standing 10 toes on him not being able to give these benefits. And the blue states are just like, nah. Very interesting.
During a cabinet meeting today, Agriculture Secretary Brooke Rollins said Democratic-controlled states have until next week to provide information on recipients of SNAP benefits or risk losing those benefits, saying the information is necessary to root out rampant fraud.
186,000 dead people's Social Security numbers being used, 500,000 people receiving benefits more than twice. We had a couple of people receiving benefits in 6 states.
Rollins saying that.
Did you hear that? That's thousands upon thousands of people receiving double benefits. Double benefits. Does that make sense to you? It's not the point that they don't know this data. They know this data, but they don't want to admit that they're wrong to a president that they don't like. It's an ego thing. Basically, the blue states are just there. It's ego, and I don't understand why there's so much ego when we're supposed to be all working together. You can not like certain people. You can not like some of their policies, but we are a team in the United States, so we want to do the betterment of our country. If we're not working together as a team, then we're never going to be able to obtain the correct goals. This is childish, very childish.
That data coming from Republican-controlled states who have complied with the administration's request for the Social Security numbers and immigration status of SNAP recipients, a move criticized by Democrats and immigrant activists.
It's very ironic that the Trump administration is now threatening to withhold food from the very people and from the very states that pretty much feed this entire country. We know that undocumented workers represent a huge part of the sector that picks the fruits and vegetables and prepares the food for this entire nation.
Undocumented immigrants are not eligible for SNAP benefits, also known as food stamps, but mixed status families can apply. 42 million Americans participate in SNAP, but Rollins says 800,000 have moved off food stamps in part because of the administration's expansion of work requirements. Rollins says data on all recipients is needed to protect taxpayers.
It's very sad because what people will say is millions of kids go hungry while Trump plays hardball on borders. I've heard that sentence keep on going. People don't go hungry in America. Let's get that understand. Let's just understand that. Nobody goes completely. They die of just hunger here. The percentage is so low, and it's not on a point where we don't have the food for them. It's somebody actually depriving it from them, and that's within a personal ranking. But as far as you just dying and kids going away and falling away and perishing because they don't have food, that's a lie. We said this before, you have to create some type of bleeding before you're able to get the repairs. You have to. So if people don't understand that you have to clean up certain things, you have to get rid of the people that are not listening and don't want to abide by our rules here in the United States. And it's hard for most Republicans because they're considered the bad guys because they implement a lot of structure. And what I've learned is Democrats don't like structure. They just, whatever you want to do, just do. Just do it. Just, no matter if it's helping just a few, then we need to go ahead and do it. Structure requires pain, and most people don't want to change. Most people don't want to listen to it, and that's like having a family, and the bad guy is usually always the father. I've learned throughout my life, bad guy is usually considered the father because he's the one that creates that structure. He's not the one that lets everybody do what they want to do, but he sees the betterment of the future of his family, so he does certain things to make sure everybody's in order, and he's okay with taking that back road of being the bad guy. That's what Republicans understood for a long time. I didn't understand that for a while until you get a little bit older and learn some type of common sense that with growth you have to go through some pain, and understand that Democrats do not like pain. It's really weird.
So as of next week, we have begun and will begin to stop moving federal funds into those states until they comply and they tell us and allow us to partner with them to root out this fraud and to protect the American taxpayer. The
vast, vast majority of undocumented people do not even benefit from these types of benefits. They don't receive SNAP benefits. They don't receive a lot from the federal government. They work for the very little that they have. This is going to hurt many other Americans who live in the states that are Democratic Party controlled.
We don't care about that. To the vast majority, it don't matter if it's 10, 20, or 30% of immigrants actually getting on SNAP. Nobody cares about that. We want to get them all the way off. That's what you don't understand. That's what some people don't understand, that it doesn't matter if it's 10, 20, 30%. They're not supposed to be receiving SNAP. Me as an American citizen, paying my taxes and everything, I want to make sure it goes to the American citizens that actually do what they have to do here in America. Basically, you guys just want to just feed your slaves. That's what I'm hearing. You want to feed your slaves. You just put a new ribbon over it and say undocumented immigrants. That's what you say, undocumented people. But it's just the same thing wrapped in new Christmas paper.
In a statement, Governor Newsom's office said it no longer takes the administration's words at face value and that it will see what they actually do in reality. And it said that cutting programs that feed American children is, quote, morally repugnant. Live in the newsroom, I'm Ted Chen, NBC4 News, calling back to you.
Exactly. Repugnant. That's what he had to say about it. It's repugnant. It's just making it seem like everybody's just a bad guy because you guys won't do right. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense at all. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Appreciate you guys watching. We'll see you guys on the next one.